Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? You know what time it is. You know who it is. It's your boy Savage Sev, your boy Sev Cisneros, your boy Sevlokes, Hood Tales. I haven't been doing story time lately, and one big reason is I had to reassure people that I was good. I wasn't falling back into a crazy mindset. Um, it was just this channel is built for testimony of my life. Um, and I kind of took a break from it because people were asking me like, "You good? Are you good? You ain't going back into that crazy stuff. You're glorifying it a lot right now." And I just was like, I mean, this is what the channel is built off. It's just you know speaking the testimony of Savage Seven. I'm just giving the viewers basically what this channel is supposed to be about. Um, so I'm not going to be doing a lot of hood time stories every day. I might do them like once a week. I mean, I enjoy story time though. Um, so that's how we kicking it, man. That's why I haven't really been doing story time. But I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna get back to it. So I wanted to talk about a couple different situations, man. And it was crazy because so basically, man, there's a dude named Tech Nine, and you guys probably know who Tech Nine is. Um, and it was crazy because Tech Nine, when he first came out, pretty much, and he started hitting the Denver scene, he was doing this Absolute Power tour. And Tech Nine's an artist. He's a rapper from Kansas City, Missouri, but his second home, he'll always say, is Colorado. Um, he always was coming out here very faithfully before he even blew, and to this day he still comes out here. While Tech Nine, um, he is from Kansas City, Missouri, and where he's from, it's predominantly Bloods. So when he was doing shows out here, and even to this day, you'll have two faces of people at his shows. You'll have the Juggalos, which stem from the ICP fools. They follow him, because he messes with the killer clowns. That's what he calls us out. And then you'll have another face, and that's a lot of Bloods, because Tech Nine, he is a Blood pretty much. You know what I'm saying? He's from a city where it's all Bloods, and that's what he represents is blood. Um, but even before that, when he was doing his Absolute Power tours, actually, my relatives um, pretty much had some material, some projects that came out with off of Paper Route Click, a Rapo Trues, and those are my family. And Blue Drop and Thug One had released a project. So the Yuck Mouth, the regime, they fuck with Tech Nine too. And that's the regime is Yuck Mouth. I got 5 on it. And a Rapo Trues, one of the Rapo Trues, my peoples and shit, they were connected with Yuck Mouth from the Loonies. And the Yuck Mouth messes with Tech Nine. So long story short, a Rapo Trues and Paper Route Click, they actually started opening up for these Absolute Power Tour shows, this Absolute Power Tour, and it was every city in Colorado, and they did like a 6 cities tour, and we performed, we opened up for the Tech shows, so we knew Tech Nine pretty well before he was even blown, before he even became big. Um, he would always hit up, my relatives like, "Hey, we're in Colorado, meet us over here." And we actually would go function with Tech. He's a cool dude, in person. Now he's a big time artist, big time artist. He went from a little venue like the Ogden Theater to now selling out the Red Rocks Amphitheater, one of the biggest venues out there, in Colorado. So at this time, he's doing a show out here. And like I said before, his show predominantly has juggalos, and then there's a lot of blood foods that go to his show because he appeals more to the Bloods, you know. And at this time, this summer, particular summer, it was like 2003, 2002, sometime around that time. This summer had been very active for us. Like, we were into it with everybody. We was tripping with everybody in the city, like, and our mindset was like straight pressing, everything moving. Like, if you was look like the motherfuckers from the other side, you was getting pressed off top. We just out here causing trouble, just active as hell. And we was trying to do the music thing too, so it didn't mix, because when you're doing business, you can't bring that other shit into your business. So we have some CDs, and at the time, we're selling merchandise like this, like, you know, the money bag, blue rags, and Paper Route Click shirts. And we had these shirts that said Paper Route Click, and we used to wear Paper Route Click hats and shit. And like I said, at that time, I was not in a good headspace. So before we went to, we planned on this Tech Nine always bring a good show. But even before that, Tech Nine did another show out here at the Ogden Theater. I'm not even going to go into detail of that, but I'll tell you the gist. We get into it with some fools outside of the Tech Nine concert. We're about to have a bang session outside of the Tech Nine concert. We go in. We're making some exchange in the bathroom. Long story short, some fools start tripping and they get deep on us. While they didn't know that actually they were getting set up. And one of the fools that was actually tripping in the bathroom, he didn't see what was coming, and he got slipped with some brass knuckles. That was a first Tech Nine show. Everything was good. We celebrated that night because, you know, we knocked out one of the opposition. We started partying, whatever. So this particular time that I'm talking about, it was the second show. This time, we going up there to be active, make some money, not care about anything. I told everybody that was wrong with us, like, that's gonna be up there. We know what, you know, the color thing was at them shows, and it was a lot of black and red. You know what I'm saying? So in spite of that shit, just being who I am, I was telling everybody, like, hey, cuz we're gonna unitize up, and we're gonna go up there true down, you know, true chucks, true rags, the Paper Route Click true shirts, true hats. Like, we're gonna be blue down. You know what I'm saying? And just to see how these motherfuckers react, and if fools want to get to tripping, we're gonna get to tripping. While it was me, it was my cousin Gats, it was this broad named Jan, it was my sister, it was Vanessa, it was Nightfall, it was I think Menace was up there. It was a couple other lokes that, you know, we were all going together. We went like 2 carloads deep. Plus, later on, we were meeting up with, you know, and it might have been Blue Drop too. Blue Drop might have been there too. I don't know. Don't, you know, mark them words. But we were meeting up with, you know, other homies that were pulling up over there, because we were going to go up there deep. We were going to go up there kind of numbered up. So we pull up, and we got units. We're sound merchandise. Like I said, we was mixing gang banging with trying to be businessmen. You can't do that. So when we went up there, we're sound CDs. Everybody's looking at us crazy because we look out of place. You know, we don't look like a part of that crowd. And I remember, so before that situation happened, there was a situation at a mall. There was almost a shootout with us and some certain people from some enemy hood. We get into it with these fools, and we're about to have a big ass fight in the mall, and these fools are burner down, and they're trying to set us up to go outside, and they're trying to clap us down. We get out of that situation, but they get a number and they call us, and we're on the phone. I'm like, yeah, I started laughing, and I'm like, you know, you a pussy. And I straight told him, like, and when you see me next time, you better fucking put bullets in me, because I'm going to put bullets in you. Like, I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm just talking. I'm being disrespectful, and I'm just like, you know, fuck your dead homies, wooty woo. So this Tech Nine concert, this is about 4 weeks after that. we go to the Tech Nine concert, and at the Tech Nine concert in the Ogden Theater, there's a Independent Records on the corner of Colfax. The Independent, and then there's the Ogden Theater like on the side. So we go up there. We got to park, and there's a parking lot where everybody parked across the street. There was a Blockbuster parking lot, and people that were going to the concert would basically park over there. Well, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Tech Nine don't start till later on in the night, but everybody politics, everybody parties, pre-games, gets drunk in them lines, and everybody's turning up before the show. So we park where the Broadgen, she has the truck, we park, we walk up, and people are looking at us like, who are these fools? We're hitting fools up for the music, but you could tell it's just like, who are these fools? Like they're not gonna be a part of this show. Like they don't even look like any of us. And we hit some fool in the Independent Records. Wow. Sure enough, I look to the right where the cars are, and I see the fool that we were about to get into it in the mall with, it was going to be a shootout. And he's walking up, and he has two of his homies, and like I say, on site type shit. As soon as he seen me, as soon as I seen him, we literally square up. I'm like, what's up, cuz? And I'll start disrespecting and tripping on him. And he squares up like, oh, what's up? So we're in the middle of the street. And then his little homies run up. The homies I'm with, they run up. We're about to have a big ass fight in the middle of the street. And fucking the security guards and the cops, they kind of pull up. And they're like, hold up. So we seen what was going on. Well, anyways, they didn't even know that the fools that we were coming with to meet us was like a half a block down. And it was my brother and this couple other of the homies. They're like, and I called them. I'm like, cuz, we're about to get into it with these fools. And they were like, come over here. We're over here. So we go over there, and somehow the cops, like, they break that shit up. Well, we go over there, and we drive over there with old girl's car. When we get over there, the homies that pulled up are pistoled down. They got pistols, and they're like, let's switch cars on them. So we're gonna drive. They haven't seen this car that they pulled up in. We're gonna hop in this car. We're gonna have the truck follow us that we were in, and we're gonna pull up where the red rags were, where them fools were. So we hop in the car. I'm sitting in this side of the window. The homie sitting over here. There's somebody sitting in the passenger seat. There's two people in the middle, and we drive, and then we have everybody else hop in the truck behind us. So when you pull up to the Independent, it's a stop. There's a stop right there. There's actually lights, and it was a red light. We pull up, and they don't even know the car that we're in, but they recognize the truck behind us, and we're right here. So when we're right here, they're on the right side in the entrance of the door. They start pointing out the truck, because we pull up and we just kind of just watch them. We're on the side. They don't even recognize that we're on the side of them, and they start pointing at the truck. Right when they started pointing at the truck, the homie back window comes down, and the homie comes out with the pistol on these fools, and they're like a deer in the headlight, pretty much, and they get stuck. While the cop they had cops all over Colfax. They drive by. So I was like, hey, there's the pig. There's the cop. So when that happens, we drive off. We go, you know what I'm saying? We go start going to the liquor store. You know, we're like, fuck them fools, cuz we'll go back later. And we start sipping a little something. We go back to the homegirl's house. We start sipping a little something. We start drinking. And like I said, some bright thought process, we're like, let's go back to that Tech Nine show. Fuck it, cuz let's go back up there. You know what I'm saying? Let's go turn up. You know, we're all feeling good and shit. So we call a couple more homies to slide over there, meet us up over there. We go back later on that night, like closer to the time the show's supposed to go on. And like I said, cuz that whole little place is like people be partying and shit. So before the show, everybody's partying. We pull up, we park in the cut, like on the block over there. We park in that little parking lot, and we were like, everybody go with somebody. Like, make sure you're with somebody, tools, and like, whoop, we're all gonna do our thing. We're not gonna make it obvious we're coming back up here. We're gonna act like we're selling units. We're gonna act like, you know, we're over here basically selling merchandise, but we're really, you know, we're really plotting. We're really plotting, and we're gonna try to see what's cracking over here. So I remember, not even 5 minutes into, you know, me being over there, not even 5 minutes into me walking, I pull up to the Independence and I'm walking, and right when I'm walking, there's these little fools. They walk up and they see me right off, and I hit them up. I'm already turned up, so I was like, "What's up, cuz? Where you from?" They was like, "What?" And I said, "What's up, cuz?" And I squared up, and as soon as I squared up, he kind of squared up, and I took off on him. Boom. And I literally, he goes under my arm, like he goes under my, I swung too wide, but when he goes under my arm, he kind of falls, and I step on his windbreaker, and I start piecing him. Boom. Boom. And I start punching him up. And I'm not paying attention to the dude that's coming out the fucking door of the Independent, his homie. And when he's about to kick me, and I kind of look up, and I just seen him get slid into the fucking window of the Independence, and it breaks the whole window. Then all of a sudden, to the left, basically, I just see a group of motherfuckers running up, a group of our homies running up, and me and this fool's banging, and somehow he gets dropped, and I fucking back up, and I'm in the middle of Colfax, and pretty much I look up, and there's fights everywhere. Fools are getting laid out everywhere. Even my little sister, she was banging, like she was punching fools up, and it was just fights everywhere. I see homies on the ground. I see them fools on the ground. One of my little cousins, this fool has him from the back, and this other fool's trying to kick him, and I slid him. Boom. It was just crazy, bro. So then, all of a sudden, you start hearing sirens. You start hearing the cops, and we start running. We run back to the cars. Like I said, we was burned down. We had burners on us. We had heats. We fucking hop in one of the cars, in a different car that I wasn't even initially in. We hop in that car, and we're like 6, 7 people in this car, but we're trying to get out. The cops come this way. We go to the right, and sure enough, bro, there was like 10 cop cars that just swarmed on our car, and we were like, we had heats in the trunk, and we're like, don't let them check the fucking trunk. And the girl we was with, basically, she was fucking naive, so she let them check the trunk. Hey, bro, when the cops were done, they took 2 people to jail with us, the people that owned the car, and then the fool that it was his guns. He goes to jail, but the cops do the okie doke on us. They literally say, you gotta get on foot. Well, when this was taking place, the blood fools that were over there, we were banging with their peoples. They were in a Wendy's that's right there, and they seen the cops pretty much say, you guys gotta go. So we had to get on foot. And these Red Rags was mad. They were pissed. And it was funny because when that occurred, I was like, fuck, man, what are we gonna do? We gonna have to get on foot. I seen a taxi, and I just stopped the taxi like, hey, we need a ride. Taxi picked us up, and it was funny, bro. Like, he didn't even charge us for the ride or nothing, but it was wild, bro. That night was wild, man. The fools was getting laid out. They were stretching fools out. Big ass bang session. But yeah, it was cracking, bro. That's story time with Savage Sev. You know what it is, man. The night we set it off at both Tech 9 concerts. It was pretty fun. It was crazy, but it was fun. You know what it is, bro.